guys, I am excited to be sharing with you one of our favorite family recipes for healthy snacks on the go. It's the toasted quinoa snack bites, and I wanted to show you step by step how to make these because they are super awesome for that breakfast on the go out the door, which happens at my house a lot in the morning, or for when you get home from work or school and need that energy to get you through the supper time, or whatever the case may be. And to be honest, I sometimes use them for lunch if I'm working from home and got a deadline. These will get me through as well. So they're really delicious and super easy to make. So we'll get started. I'm just going to change the angle of the camera here a bit to make sure you can see what I'm doing. I always have to have the recipe nearby. It's just how I roll. I can't remember things, which is terrible. Just going to turn the oven on here to heat up the non-stick. This is the 10-inch. Yep, this is the 10-inch non-stick pan with the removable handle for easy storage and in the dishwasher. These do clean by hand really easy. I have put mine in the dishwasher. If you do put it in the dishwasher, they will oxidize on the back, so you can tell that I've put mine in the dishwasher. But these are super, super strong. It's got like Teflon, so it can, not that you're gonna put a knife in here, but if you have steel tools, that's cool. It won't scrape or ruin the coating, the nonstick coating, which is what happens with a lot of those other nonsticks that you sometimes purchase. So here you go, that's this. And while I'm waiting for that to heat up, I wanted to share with you this bad boy, as they say, that I just got myself. It's the 12-inch stainless steel nonstick. I'm gonna hold it up. Do you see in there the pattern, which allows, like if you're cooking like a steak or hamburger or bacon or whatever, it actually keeps the juices inside there so that you can make nice sauces afterwards. Super awesome. And if you've been to one of my parties before, you know that I'm a fan of the one-pot meal. This is the pan for the one-pot meal, right? Because it goes right into the oven, it does all the things. Also dishwasher safe. I haven't put it in the dishwasher yet, I've only used it twice. And I wanted to hand wash it to make sure it was still super easy to clean, and the good news is, it is. So I'm just gonna set this aside. Oh, these ones come with lids, those ones don't. I'm just gonna set this aside. So, quinoa energy bites. You take your toasted quinoa, or it's not toasted yet, take the quinoa. I'm using our measuring cups that I also just got in the last month, which are super awesome. They have the measurements on the inside, so it makes it really easy for you to measure on the counter. So we're just gonna toast these up, so I'm gonna pop those in there. The recipe basically says 3 to 5 minutes, stir them around, or until you hear them pop. And I'm hoping that you guys get to hear them pop. So just one second, I need to grab my spatula just to stir those around every once in a while, and we'll let that go. While that's happening, the next thing is you take quick cooker oats, so the quick ones, not the slow ones. And you need 2 cups of those. And this is our manual food processor, which I love. And I have to tell you, so I've been doing this now since February of 2020. And a lot of these things I thought were gadgets that I didn't need, but I earned them, just being honest. Or I heard other people talk about them so much that I had to try them. So this is one of them. I thought, I don't need this. I can chop things, but it's so easy to use. And they think of everything at Pampered Chef. So it's got good storage. So there's this little guy here that pops up and pops down so you can store them well. And it comes with a handy dandy cover. So if you make too much, like if you're making salsa, you can just put it in the fridge and store it. And the cover doubles as a silicone base, so it doesn't slide too much. Super sharp, be really careful with this guy. But anyway, we're gonna make these just a bit smaller for our quinoa bites. So you just pour all that in. Probably should have done that in 2 batches. What do they say? Pampered chef, not perfect chef. It goes a quick little stir. Yeah, you know what, guys? We're doing this real time, even though it's a video. I promised I wouldn't stop and stir. So we're just gonna we're gonna start that over. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that all in at once. I know better than that. So we'll do half. Just makes it work less. Making sure you can see what I'm doing here. So this just goes on. smaller children, this is a fun thing for them to do. Super safe. Things that I do it. Anyway, done it a few times. I'm gonna go into our big bowl here, and I'll do the second part of that. Wood utensils. What's great about these, they come in a set of 3. What's great is they're pretty, they're functional, they're easy to keep clean. These cannot go in the dishwasher. Not very many things can't, but these cannot, but they're super easy to keep clean. Also, don't let them soak. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I may put dishes in the sink overnight if I'm feeling not so energetic at night. Don't let these soak. But the really awesome thing about these, when you purchase this set, a portion of the proceeds goes to either Feed America or Food Banks Canada. I think when you purchase one, you feed 3 people. 3 meals. One thing I love about Pampered Chef is they're always going to be happy. Alright. So that's our toasted. No, they're not toasted. Those are our oats. I'm going to set this out of the way. I have a tiny kitchen, guys. I can make this stuff happen in my tiny kitchen. I know you can. Almost ready to start popping. So I can turn it a little bit brown. Okay. So, I'm going to put that over here. Actually, I'm going to use it. So they want you to let the, sorry, I know sometimes you can't see me. They want you to let the quinoa cool down a little bit, so I'm just going to pop it in there to cool down. But I'm going to get going on the other stuff. So we also need flaked coconut. It says to use the sweetened kind, and I need 2/3 of a cup. So again, I'll show you how this works. There's my 2/3. Just pop that in. There we go. 2/3 there. Oh, I'm starting to hear this. Almost. Oh, still good. Trust me, I have forgotten about that in the past. Not gonna lie. You can, oh, can you hear it? You can just start again. I'm now hearing it more frequently. It's ready. So you literally hear little popping sounds. So it's not like a super dark brown or anything like that. It just brings out the flavor in it because it's not cooked, right? So I want it to cool down just a little bit. So I'm gonna put it in here carefully. Or not carefully. Everyone else says I do things too quickly. It's fair. Anyway, so this could go right in the dishwasher, but that's super easy to clean. I'll just give that a wipe out. Turn the oven off. I'm just gonna let that cool down for a second. Keep going with my other ingredients. So then you also need chocolate chips. Taking this from my knife block, which you can't see. These are kitchen shears, which are super awesome. The family knows not to take these out of the block or I lose my mind. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always looking for scissors. These pull apart, right? So again, easy to clean. You can also throw those in the dishwasher. Half a cup of these guys. It calls for mini chocolate chips. I just use a regular. It's not that big of a deal. I could put these in the food processor, but I won't tell if you don't tell. Just give that a stir as it goes in. Now the last 2 ingredients are peanut butter and honey, and I get to show you, this is one of my favorite tools. I've had this particular thing for 20 years, at least. It's the all measure cup. And so the blue is if you're doing things like flour, that stuff, you would have this pushed down like this and use the measuring lines here. This is my favorite part of this, to be honest. I usually only use it for these kinds of ingredients. And it's the red. So I actually need 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter. So I put it there. Grab the spatula and start putting the peanut butter in. I do want to show you this because again, another thing that was gadgety that I thought, but it's the long skinny scraper. We go through a lot of peanut butter. It gets all the way to the bottom and cleans out every last bit. So, you know, you don't want to be throwing things out. You also want to spend all your time scraping your stuff. So, also good. Just gonna fill this up. Might have to grab another peanut butter. No, I think we're good. Just gotta make sure there's no bubbles. So just push down a bit. Now here's the cool part. If you haven't seen this in action, it's super awesome. So now you just turn it upside down and pop it in. For something like peanut butter, just use your scraper to get that top part off. And I also need honey. I need 1/4 cup. So I just push that down to 1/4 cup. And the honey. It's the end of the honey. We go through a lot of honey here as well. It's a great replacement for sugar. And I either make these or the baked granola bars, which I will give you the recipe for as well, at least once a week. Because again, then I know what's in our snacks. No preservatives. Look, do I buy granola bars in the box? Sure. Who doesn't? And they're there for when we run out of this stuff. But, let's be honest, the more we know what's in our snacks and our food, the better. We just need to top that up a little bit. Alright, so then again, 1/4 cup, turn it over, and wipe it off so you're not missing any. No waste really is what the most important part is. So then you gotta mix this around. This would be the hardest part, if you want to call it hard, of this recipe. It's gotta kind of like flour and water, like chop at it. I'm gonna grab a spoon here in a sec. And don't forget to put they're not quite cool enough yet. I'm just gonna leave them a little bit more while I go at this. Sometimes just go back to the basics. Gonna be adventurous. If you use the back of the spoon, I find that helps a lot. Because basically you just want to get these because the next step really is taking them and rolling them into balls. And they pop into the freezer to firm up for like, how long? Half an hour? I hope 8 to 10 minutes in the freezer. That's why I keep the recipe nearby. Okay, so now I am just going to get the rest of that in. So there we go. It's totally worth it. Now what we do is, I'll show you the container I keep them in once they firmed up. We're just 2, so I will leave like, I don't know, 6 out at a time in another container. You don't have to keep them in the fridge. It depends on how you like them. If you like them really firm or if you like them a bit softer, you can leave them on the counter for 2 or 3 days. And then, or in the fridge, whatever you like. And then I just grab more out of the freezer as that gets low, right? Now, if you were so inclined, which I am right now, I'm just going to give my hands a quick wash because I'm going in with my hands. One sec. Alright. Give those a good dry. And then I just want to make sure that I'm getting the quinoa all mixed in. And really, cooking is about this, right? Alright, so that's pretty goodly mixed. Pretty goodly mixed. How's that for English? That's well done up. So, give that a quick bring it down. Bar pan. This is the classic collection. We've come up with a new edition, the Heritage. Again, I've had this for a long time. It's well seasoned. You can use this to put your balls on and go in the freezer. And then the last part I'm going to show you, again, I keep saying this, but it's so true. I thought, who needs scoops? You just use teaspoons to make cookies or pour the batter for the muffins or whatever the case may be. this guy, this small scoop, we used him so much at Christmas time when we were making cookies. Because here was the thing. Consistent size, consistent cook time. So they were all the same and perfect. Small, medium, use it for this kind of stuff. For the granola bars that I'll give you the recipe for as well, you use this. Large, perfect for muffins, that kind of thing. So these range in price from $24 to $28. And again, I didn't think we needed it, but we did. So again, take the medium scoop. Oh, you gotta crunch it together a bit more. Give it a little roll. I mean, it's however perfect you want it to be, right? There you go, on the pan. And I'm not gonna make you watch me do all of these, but you can see how long it's taking me to do each one. I think it makes 24, 36, depending on how big you make them. Yeah, so here, I'll stop there. I hope you really like them. So like I said, from now, these go in the freezer for 8 to 10 minutes. I then use a container like this in the freezer. They'll sit in this with like a piece of parchment paper between. And I take them out 6, 10 at a time. And we have healthy snacks for on the go. Alright guys, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. And let me know if you make them. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much guys. Talk soon. Bye.